It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see a rematch from Super Bowl 12. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Denver Broncos, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the capital city of Colorado. Welcome to Denver and Empower Field at Mile High. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense, we're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends, but come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
Here's the veteran Will Lutz to get us going, and off we go from Denver. This taken in at the 8-yard line, and they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
And here we see Dak Prescott taking the field, Mike, coming off what a lot of people thought was an MVP caliber season. He finished runner-up, of course, to Lamar Jackson. And people love to nitpick Dak's game. I don't know if it's because he plays for the Cowboys and people love to hate. But regardless, he is as talented as they come. He is the leader of that team. He needs to have the postseason success that he has found in the regular season. Once he does that, I'm not sure what's left to nitpick. Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. A first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. In trouble, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
On 4th down, the veteran Brian Anger on a punt for Dallas. The Broncos have Marvin Mims out for the return. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Here comes the Denver offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led by the man from Oregon who started his career at Auburn, quarterback Bo Nix.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
He will air this out, looking for Sutton. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 72 yards. Touchdown, Denver. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Will Lutz now for the PAT. He's got it. The Broncos will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready now for their second drive. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On the ground, it's the rookie from UT. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On the option, here's Williams. Williams, 1st down, and he's not done. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
He's got a man open. That's Tolbert. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they take it to the 20-yard line with that one. They'll have a 1st down. It's a gain of 28.
It's a really critical conversion here because after not scoring on your opening drive, you just can't afford to follow that up with a 3 and out. So you find yourself down 7-0. Sustain this drive and at the very least, see if you can come away with some points.
And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
They'll run. It's Williams. Powering forward. He's in. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Cowboys will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense and receiver Cortland Sutton ready to get going again. And he's had an early impact on this game. Sensational start And you know they're going to be looking his way more as this game goes on. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Here's a ball thrown deep, right sideline. A big play to kick off this drive. A gain of 48.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
A 1st down throw for Nix. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Micah Parsons, too tough to stop, gets in to bring him down.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. A pass complete to the tight end, Evan Ingram.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And Nix with the wise move there at the end, sliding to a stop, but he's got the 1st down. It's a 1st down and a gain of 16.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in, you think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up 1st and goal.
And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On 3rd and goal, they'll run for it. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down. So instead of going for the 1st down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is going to be taken in at the 3, and it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cowboys offense ready to get back at it. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. Changing direction there as he's able to pick up 3. Second and 7. Prescott now. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
3rd and short. Prescott. And he'll be taken down, but good enough to keep this drive going. It's a 1st down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Pass brought in by Ferguson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
On the ground, this is Williams. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, that's it.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
They'll try to run for it with Williams. That's going to be pretty close. Looks like he's got it, and he does. 1st down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. And this will be incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
He's got his man. It's Pickens. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
1st and 10. It'll be a run out of the gun with Williams. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Now Prescott going to make the read and keep it himself. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It's a gain of 10, and they'll get a fresh set of downs. Two minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. Greg and I return to Denver after this. So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's 1st and goal. To the goal line and in. Jalen Tolbert, touchdown, Dallas. Aubrey now for the extra point. His kick is good. The Cowboys are on top. It's 14-10. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, here's Mims. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. To throw is Nix. That's over the middle to the tight end Ingram. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Nix now on 1st and 10. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
There's a short one taken by Ingram. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Nix now to throw it here on 1st down. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
That's caught left side by Ingram. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That is caught. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Throwing, Nix. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
They'll run on 2nd down. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. Mims sent in motion here. Throwing here on 3rd and goal.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
So instead of going for the 1st down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Broncos start back within a point. It's 14-13.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
Very little time remaining in this 1st half as this kick is away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Cowboys are in front as we send you to Orlando to check in with the coach, Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports halftime report. It was former Tar Heel Javonte Williams with a solid 1st half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a 1-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for with both these teams in it to win it.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. We're likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Certainly a tightly contested 1st half, and you'd expect more of that here in the 2nd half. A 1-point game as quarter 3 begins. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Nick's going to keep it on the zone read. And they will finally run him down up near midfield.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read, the defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a first down.
On the ground, this is Jaleel McLaughlin. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you can have two or three that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
On first down, here's Nix to throw. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Throwing is Nix. That one intercepted. Picked off by Deron Black. Still on the move. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. What a time for a pick six for the defense. As the other team is trying to get themselves right back in this one, the defense extends the margin with the pick six.
Yeah, just a critical moment. You find yourself on defense, Mike, trying to hang on to this lead. And not only do you do that, you pick six them, and you're able to extend that lead.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. He knocks it through. And the Cowboys extend the lead to 8. It's 21-13. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. They'll get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Broncos offense, and Bo Nix getting ready to go back to work. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. He will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. Here's Nix to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
So just think, I mean, a couple minutes ago, we see a pick six. I mean, the last thing you want to do is the next time you step in the huddle is go 3 and out. So that's a big conversion. Now they got to find a way to get some of this momentum back, go down and get some points, and let everybody move past that pick six we saw in the last possession.
A run here. It's McLaughlin. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
2nd down. Nix. He connects with Mims. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
There's not a lot to this route. Man coverage, and you got a drag route. Give him a little something off the line and go. Win with speed. Good, accurate ball on the front shoulder pad. Allows him to pick up the rest after the catch and leads to a big gain.
He's got his man. He finds Sutton. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the first down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
They'll throw. It's Nix. He gets that complete to his tight end Ingram. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Slot receiver headed right. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
When you come across on a jet sweep, Mike, you're hoping once you get the ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line.
He finds Mims. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Broncos. Greg, how often do we say it's a one-possession game, but that's a 2-part story? Part 1 taken care of right there with the touchdown.
All right, Mike, so they go down and they get the all-important touchdown. But only half the time is this truly a one-score game. They need this 2-point conversion here to tie it up.
So now a big play here for the Broncos. They're going to line up and go for 2.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he will not get in They will come up empty on this try for two, unable to tie this football game up. So the lead is down to just 2 now in the fourth quarter as they kick it off. This one taken at the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Williams. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
On 1st down, right back to Williams. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. To throw is Dak. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Open man, left side, he's got it. Gain of 13 for number 13. And a 1st down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
3rd and 9. Here's Prescott. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find find a receiver, and down he goes.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
So, pressure kick coming now for Brandon Aubrey. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. This one has plenty of leg, and it is good. So it is still a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Broncos offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. Eddie has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. We've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Now Nick's going to look to throw. Left side, that's complete. It's Sutton. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Back to throw is Nix. Here's a screen from McLaughlin. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
Second down, 8 for the 1st down. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
A 1st down throw for Nix. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Nix. There's a short one taken by Ingram.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
They face second down and 7. They'll look to throw again. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. That's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
Knicks now on 1st and 10. And that one incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
Now, a second down throw for Knicks. That's complete. It's McLaughlin. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get it underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
So now a big play here for the Broncos. They're going to line up and go for 2.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Throwing, Knicks. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
That decision to go for 2 was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for 2. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Cowboys offense getting set to get back to work. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. The open man is Tolbert. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He'll get that to Javonte Williams. They'll come up for 2nd and 9. Prescott now. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
He's got his man. It's Pickens. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. This offense still has the one timeout to use. 1st and 10 coming up now. To the air again. Prescott. He's got it at about the 8. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
This game has certainly not been for the faint of heart, Mike. I mean, we've been riding the ups and downs the entire time, but what a job by this offense. Game on the line to find a way to score and take the lead with very little time remaining.
All right, so the Cowboys set to go for 2.
The Cowboys will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Again, Prescott to the air. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 and extend the lead to 7 points.
There was no hesitation from this offense. Immediately after they scored that touchdown, the entire sideline was holding up 2 fingers. They knew exactly what play they wanted. They felt great about it coming into the game, and clearly the right choice.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. This is 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their 2nd, as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Now on 2nd and long. Nix. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. The Broncos going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. They stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Big play in the game right here. It's 3rd down. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Nix. He'll air it out down the middle. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.